Oh! Oh, man. Oh, man, what the How did you crack my balls? So my point is like, ow!
That's a good point.
Yeah. You must have like the strongest thumbs in America. Breathe in, out.
Go to the show. What's going on out there in YouTube land? Today we are here with the man, the myth, the legend, Ronny Chieng. I'm sure you've seen him on The Daily Show. He's on tour right now. Hope You Get Rich tour. We just saw it. It's amazing. So make sure you go give him your money, buy some socks. You've also probably seen him on Disney Plus. He's on Doogie Kamehameha.
Doogie Kamehameha MD on Disney Plus. Check it out if you can. It's a remake of Doogie Howser.
I thought it was Kamehameha.
No, it's not.
It was close, but it's on there. It's really great. We were watching an episode the other night. He's hilarious. He's got sick dance moves.
Thanks a lot.
And you were just on Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings.
Yeah, so if you like Marvel movies.
The Netflix special still out there right now,
Netflix
right?
specials out there,
Asian Comedian Destroys America?
Yeah, there's quite a lot of options if you want to see.
Pretty amazing. If you want to see some hilarious stuff.
Yeah, now I'm on YouTube getting my neck cracked, so you can watch me on this too, I guess.
Yeah, you can watch him. He might say some really funny things here too. He might leave me in pieces on the table like this when we get done, but I think you're in for a treat today. So make sure you guys go follow him on social media. He'll tell you to unfollow him, but I'll tell you to follow him.
It's okay, you don't have to follow me. It's cool. Just,
make sure you tune into The Daily Show as well. And yeah, what do you got going today? Just some tension from being on the road, some next stuff?
Yeah, I guess I'm always tense. I'm hoping you can help me unwind a bit. And I'm always like self-cracking, but I feel like I'm doing it wrong. So nothing like having a guy with a huge hammer get to the spots which you can't get myself. I mean, I've tried. I can't get in there the way you do.
You know what we used to call that in grad school?
What?
Chiro baiting. Nobody can do me like I can do me,
Yeah, man. I watch your channel all the time, and so I've learned some of the techniques. I try to do it on my wife, and it never works out well. So.
And she's still with you though.
Yeah, she's still with me.
So there you go. So that's an absolute win. This is an absolute win. Yeah. And he does jujitsu too. So it's not all just show. So if you come up and run up on him in the streets, be careful. He's got a flying triangle, and he might take you out.
Yeah. If you're blue belt and below, I have a chance at winning points on you.
Yeah. So he won't just kill you with comedy. He might just knee bar you. So.
Yeah. Again, blue belt and below.
All right. Let's get to roll. So Ronny.
Yes, sir.
How much do you love touring?
Oh man, I love it. I mean, stand-up is the passion, and usually when you get television or movie gigs, stand-up is the first to go because it's probably the hardest thing to have to do every night. Every night you have to jump on stage to try to work out the material. So it takes a lot of like passion to do it. So usually when you have a relatively comfortable kind of TV job, it's the first to kind of stop. But I just love doing it. So I just never stopped, even after I got the TV gigs. And when you love doing it, you just love touring. In all seriousness, I also love seeing all of America. When you tour, you get to see a lot of the country which you wouldn't otherwise go to. And I've never been one for like just vacationing. I always like kind of traveling and having something to do, like work. So it's the perfect thing. You go there, you're there for a show, but you get to see a lot of the town. And also this is oh my God. It's the hardest interview I've ever done.
Well, it's good that you're seeing America since you destroyed it last year.
Yeah. I'm trying to
see the remains, see the entrails, whatever's left of it after you destroyed it. Was that like kind of making fun of like a Ben Shapiro YouTube title? Is that where that came from?
I mean, I was trying to make fun of YouTube because what happened was Netflix asked me to come up with a title for it that was kind of catchy because I'm unknown.
Pretty catchy.
Yeah, so I said, okay, you want a catchy title? Let's come up with something really clickbaity, and it was Asian Comedian Destroys America.
It's literally like the titles of all of my videos.
I know. So I guess it kind of worked out. I'm not sure if people got the irony in the title though, because
no, I'm sure they didn't.
I was trying to make fun of the idea that like anyone can destroy anything with one YouTube video. You know what I mean? Like when they always go like, this person eviscerated this or this person destroyed that. It's like
with logic and
it's like no one did anything. All you did was just like talk some crap and then like get some views and make some money.
And then that video flatlined and nobody ever saw it again.
Yeah.
And you also had a cameo in Godzilla vs. Kong, I saw.
Yeah, I was in Godzilla vs. Kong. I was Chinatown shop owner guy, number one.
Number one?
Yeah.
It's better than being number two, I think.
Yeah. Oh my God,
there was a philosopher one time, I think he said if you're not first, you're last.
Yeah.
I think it was Aristotle or something?
No, I think that was Vin Diesel in Fast and Furious.
Family.
Yeah. If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah. Are you saving and investing for your future? If not, what's preventing you from getting started? Is it a fear of making a mistake or not knowing a lot about investing? I know getting into investing can be intimidating, and that's where the sponsor of today's video, Acorns, comes in. Acorns is an app that makes it easy to save and invest every day in the background of life, starting with just your spare change. No expertise required. Here's how it works. You can easily get set up with Acorns in under 5 minutes and start investing with as little as $5. Acorns helps you to build habits for your financial well-being that could make a big impact. With Acorns, you can invest in the background of your life. Just set it up and let Acorns do the work. You might not even notice it, and over time it can really grow. What's different about Acorns is it's so easy to use and no experience required. You can automatically invest spare change from everyday purchases or set up recurring investments. It's a smart option with its various diversified portfolios that are designed by experts to give you exposure to more of the markets. Acorns is trusted and backed by leading investors. They're even giving members $75 just to set up a direct debit on their checking accounts by December 31st. Acorns offers a checking account with no overdraft fees that saves and invests for you every time you make a purchase, and the option to auto-invest a part of every single paycheck. You get an Acorns debit card with your custom signature engraved on it and access to over 55,000 fee-free ATMs. Download Acorns today and start investing with just your spare change. You can get a $10 bonus investment if you use my link to set up an account. Terms and conditions apply. Go to get.acorns.com/Dr. Bo Hightower. So what was it like working on a Marvel movie? I mean, obviously you've done some movies before.
Yeah.
Was the production like a lot more like highbrow? Was it like...
Yeah, it was big. You could tell it's big production. You know, they are a well-known brand for a reason. Like, they really know what they're doing. They have the resources, the willpower to make stuff happen, and they also trust creators a lot. You know, the directors and the performers. As far as I could tell, I don't feel like they were very micromanaging. Also, not for nothing, but we were filming right in the middle of the pandemic. So we actually shut down because of the pandemic. We shut down filming for months, and I think we were like one of the first ones to come back, you know, in the world. Like, I think we were one of the first productions to come back, so we had to figure out how to film COVID-safe procedures, you know, and a lot of that just meant like hiring people to yell at you, to like put on your mask.
Yeah, and shove things up your nose over and over again.
Yeah, we did that. So, I mean, not for nothing, but I think we were the first to figure out how to film during COVID. Now you're just doing it on purpose. There's no reason to push this hard.
It's for your own good, I swear. Now, you're one of these people that is multi-talented, obviously. You're doing stand-up, you're doing sitcoms, you're doing movies, plus your daily show. So tell me, what do you think separates you from so many people that you're able to do so many things so well? Is it just a high IQ, boyish good looks, support from a beautiful, lovely wife? I mean, what are the things that really make you the star that you are?
I don't know. I think it's all of the above.
That's a good answer.
Plus, I think I got lucky, man. I think people gave me an opportunity, and I think I delivered every time. And I think that's what a lot of navigating uncertainty is, right? For success is like, you stay ready, you stay in the pocket, and then when you get your chance, make sure you over deliver and people trust you to do it again, right? I think that's a lot of what happened. So
you're a big fan of the under promise, over deliver.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that. Always under promise and then always try to over deliver, which is easy, by the way, when you under promise. And I'm also lucky that people gave me a shot. You know, a lot of people gave me a chance when I was starting out. So,
how'd you know you wanted to do comedy? You said you were in law school.
Yeah, I couldn't get a legal job, so I just started doing...
And you finished law school?
Yeah, I finished law school. I passed the bar.
So he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
So not only can he make you laugh, not only can he throw you in a triangle, but he can sue you too.
Yeah, I could.
So don't mess around. If you're trying to steal his jokes, don't do it.
The reason I started doing comedy is because I'm such a great lawyer, so you better watch out.
Oh, that was sarcasm. Oh, I got it. Okay.
I went to law school in Australia, by the way, in case it wasn't clear. And law school in Australia is undergraduate. So when you graduate from law school as an undergrad, you know, you're still pretty young. So you don't know what you're doing, right? So that's one thing I do like about the US system, is that law school is like postgraduate. And so you get a chance to kind of live a life before you decide to specialize. But obviously the downside in America is that it gets so expensive. Yeah, doing postgraduate here is like, it's crazy. And I think it's due for a bit of a course correction, right? Yeah. In terms of everyone like overpaying for postgraduate degrees and it not being worth it, you know? Yeah, but...
What did your parents think about you doing comedy? Your family?
You know what? I didn't actually tell them. I just went to go do it. Because again...
Because lawyers like pretty...
I guess pretty prestigious. Yeah. I didn't tell them. In the vein of under-promising and over-delivering, when I started doing comedy, I very quickly realized I didn't want to make a big deal about it because I want to make sure I could do it, first of all. Like, I want to get the reps in, and second of all, I didn't want to just perform to friends and family. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to open a shop. Wait, is this weird for anybody else? What's happening right now? He's touching this like vein, and he's doing it on purpose. He's like massaging this.
Sternocleidomastoid.
I didn't even know this was a muscle. What are you touching right now?
The sternocleidomastoid. Named because it attaches on your sternum, your quieter, your clavicle, and your mastoid of your skull. Right.
Look, I know you do this every video, but I think you really did invent a new interview format. which is the
The torture room.
the sternomuscular jugular vein.
That's right. My lawyer here is gonna help me trademark it too. Put that on the board.
Yeah. So I never wanted to I never wanted to perform just for family and friends. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to open. Dude, you're gonna make me pass out. Right now that has to be the cardio artery, right?
No, it's further in than that.
That's
why we pull away from someone. That's your anterior scapula.
Why does it hurt up here when you do that? What's going on?
That's a cervical referral pattern. So when people get headaches, a lot of times that's coming from these muscles.
Oh damn! You gotta take a look.
So your wife could choke you to help you with your headaches.
Yeah.
Whatever you're into.
I can't tell if my head is hurting or being relieved.
It'll be both in a second. It's a beautiful song. Let's see if they throw us out of the room now.
What is that?
That's your scalene, my bro. Bro Sidon, king of the sea.
Dude, this is...
Oof. All right, so now that he lost track of his last thought, let's pivot back around.
I remember
right,
what
let's go.
Was. So it was that I never wanted to open a shop just for family and friends. Like, I didn't want to just do something and sell just to people who know me. I wanted to kind of prove myself to strangers. So that's why I never told my family or friends I did it. I just went to go do it. And then by the time my family found out, it was kind of too late.
Okay.
And you know what? I mean, by Asian family standards, honestly, they weren't too upset about it. They were just like, okay, well, I hope you know what you're doing. And also, they live in a separate country to me at the time. I was doing it in Australia, and they live in Singapore and Malaysia. We're so far apart, it was kind of easy to hide. Until I was doing well enough in comedy that the news actually made it to Singapore. And then they were like, well, are you doing comedy? It's going okay.
So when we talk about Asia, I think that's interesting in America because half the world is there, right? So we group this entire continent of people whose cultures are completely different, and most of them hate each other.
Yeah, well, traditionally, as is human nature, everyone hates each other. I mean, I'm from Southeast Asia, which is a bit of a black hole for America in terms of what's going on there. If people think about Southeast Asia at all, they usually think about Vietnam. Right. But really, Southeast Asia, it's like...
They're not talking Indonesia, Malaysia,
Philippines, Cambodia, Laos, Burma. Yeah, one cool thing about Southeast Asia is that it's a real melting pot of culture. And people say melting pot, we throw that word around. And America is a melting pot, but really, like in Malaysia, we've got like Indian people, Malay people, Chinese people, and other, white people as well. And
all the indigenous.
Indigenous people. We used to be a British colony, and because of that, we're kind of used to mixing languages and cuisines and food. So again, I'm not saying it's a perfect place. I'm just saying like we're kind of used to like different people of different cultures kind of mixing together and trying to figure it out and combining things to make better things. For example, the cuisine, which became, in my opinion, is probably the best in the world, Malaysian cuisine, and it's a flavor that can be replicated. So down in Southeast Asia, like everyone speaks multiple languages. Like it's normal to go in between English to Chinese dialects to Malay. That kind of idea of mixing stuff, I grew up with it. I didn't realize it was such a weird thing until I came here, and then I realized that people stay in the enclaves a bit more.
That's funny. I thought you were the best cuisine, and you were talking about melting pot. I was like, the fondue is a little but you're talking about Malaysian food. I got you.
Yeah. But one thing about Singapore that's interesting is it's a very conservative country, both morally and legally, but for lack of a better term, socialist solutions. For example, their approach to healthcare, it's a mix of a free market plus socialism. Like I think in America, a lot of times solutions get labeled politically, and
we don't view the roads as socialism, right?
Right. Exactly.
Not socialist roads. I want all private roads.
Yeah, exactly. And I think in other countries, not just Singapore, but like other white people countries like Australia and Switzerland and even the UK, like we just kind of go for the most efficient solutions. We don't think like this is socialist or this is free market, is capitalism. We just go for what's the most efficient way of doing it. And I think that bodes well for those countries. We come up with solutions that everyone pays a bit of money and then we have access to healthcare, and it's efficiently done. There's not money lost in the hole. The way in America, like money gets lost in the medical system so often, right? So my point is like,
That's a good point.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Now that I got you there, I want you to do this.
I don't even know if I can move.
Subscap. That's funny because you talk about that, and I've said the same thing. I'm an unabashed capitalism when it comes to like trinkets and comedy and stuff
and
like
YouTube,
that.
Yeah.
But there are areas where I don't think it has any position at all. I think that's education, and I think that is medicine, right, and healthcare.
Yeah.
So those two things are where we should all come together and help to pay for things. The two areas where they have the most crony capitalism in our country are those two. There's an orthopedic surgeon we just had on the channel the other day, and we were talking about like what's going on in healthcare.
Yeah.
And Medicare funds the residency programs. So medical doctors, they do 4 years of med school and they go to residency. But the residency programs, because they're funded by Medicare, they're capped. They don't have enough money to add more residency placements. So now you're top-ended on one end, which means you can't add more medical students because they don't have anywhere to go for residencies, which means you only can allow, what, like 40 kids per school per year? So now we have this healthcare shortage, doctor shortage, but now we can't bring more doctors in. And then for that undergrad or that grad school to keep up, they have to keep raising their tuition up. So then every doctor's coming out with $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 in student loan debt. And that carries into practice too, right? Because they have to,
yeah, look, I'm just a dumbass stand-up comic, okay? I'm not saying I have all the answers, but I will say,
Pass the
like,
bar.
when you grow up outside of America, you do have more perspective on like how other countries do things, you know? And so one of the things I think in America is like we bring ideology into solutions too much as opposed to just saying what's the most efficient solution for this, which is how most of the other world does it. And so that's all I'm saying. I think America, someone once told me, like, America's like the way he put it was like America is the most successful startup in the history of the world.
There's no place that's better to get rich at, right?
Oh no, I mean as in a country. In 250 years, the market cap of America is like, well, how many trillions of dollars? That's the most successful startup in history. So the innovation here is amazing, and you just imagine if you could pair that innovation and the resources and the know-how with sensible thinking and solutions, what could we accomplish? Well, it's too much to ask for, I know. Oh, is this, there's no way they teach you this in school. This is just you coming up with some...
Wait, man, this is Naprapathy 101, my guy.
There's no way there's a class where they say, hey, why don't you stick your thumb up someone's armpit as far as it can go until they start screaming. There's no way
so that's your armpit, right? That's your subscapularis.
Oh,
and you can tell when you're on the right spot, so that's like okay, right? But if I add my scapular pressure right there, it's technique, folks. It's just like JJ, Jiu-Jitsu.
Is it supposed to hurt this much?
Well, if not, if your subcap's loose.
Okay.
But it's tight.
So that's good, right?
Yeah, it's good.
Is it supposed to be loose or tight?
It should be medium.
Okay.
Moderate is good.
Have you ever met someone who was actually like, in your opinion, like just perfect? So they're like,
it's my wife.
Like someone who was like, oh yeah, you're perfectly loose. You didn't need any adjustments.
Sure.
Like who?
Young people, early 20s.
So the older you get, the more stiff you get.
You get repetitive patterns that you build up over your life.
I wonder what causes repetitive pattern.
Like everything, right? You need balance. So whether it's your diet or your exercise program, there's a sweet spot. Not too much water, not too much sleep, but not too little either, right? Same thing with diversity of movements. Like we always say, the motion is the lotion. So if you're just sitting there typing or sitting on an airplane or the habits we get into in our life, they create movement patterns and muscle imbalances.
So could you have too much thumb up your armpit? Is that a problem?
Yeah, 100%. We have what's called overmobility syndrome, which is if people get adjusted too much. You can have, your muscles can actually start to splay if you get too much deep tissue work.
Oh, okay.
And I've seen it before. People get dry needled too much or too much deep tissue work.
Like addicted to it, like
their muscles are so loose they can't hold tone in the muscles anymore, and now joints start moving too much and they can't hold posture. And
I just feel like if I had access to you every day, I'd probably just go do it every single day and then I become that.
Yeah, you don't want to turn into a pile of spaghetti. So that feels better now?
Yeah, it feels a lot better. What happened?
Well, the muscle hurts because the muscle's shorter and the nerves are bunched together. So when I press on it, I activate a bunch of them. As it loosens and elongates, I'm not pressing on as many of the nerves in the small of an area, and it stops hurting.
Oh, wow.
So go up and down and keep doing that motion.
Oh!
All right, so top 5.
I love how, why am I shocked every single time? Like it's supposed to.
That's a new spot.
Yeah, it's like I shouldn't be shocked at this point. I should be like, oh yeah, that hurts.
Yeah, there it is. There we go. Now I know where I'm at. All right, top 5 comedians currently and top 5 of all time, and who got you into the game?
Dude, I could name forever. Every single comic who does comedy is my hero. I learned something from everybody. I got to know and meet a lot of the comedy greats, but every comic I meet, I learn something from them, even if it's like what not to do. So
I feel like you're just quoting Ralph Waldo Emerson right now.
No, but I swear, like every comic who is a professional comic, to get to that level, like you gotta have something going for you. What was your second question? I can't remember.
Is there anybody that is up and coming that people don't know about that you'd want to put on?
Yeah, for sure. Everybody, like there's all these guys out of New York, Rosebud is killing it in New York right now. Sam Morril. I mean, these are up and comers. They've been doing it for a long time. Nate McIntosh. But I guess my point is, who's underrated in comedy? You're asking? The guy at a local comedy club. That's who's underrated. If you go to your local comedy club and whoever is headlining there, I guarantee you, they know how to kill it, and it's just a profile game, right? Maybe they never were able to build a profile following for whatever reason, but they're good at what they do, you know. So if you want to see underrated comedy, just go to your local comedy club, see the headliner. Yeah, those guys are good, if not great. Can I do this to you later? I've been practicing. Oh! I didn't even know I could do that.
Let's go right here. Squeeze your legs together really hard.
Oh man, what the How did you crack my balls? I do that all the time. I never crack my balls.
If anybody's gonna do it, it's gotta be me.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man, I've been watching this forever. Oh! It feels different when it actually happens. The videos don't do it justice. Oh man, you went extra hard on that one too. I can tell.
I think I just gained weight. There's a spot on.
What is it?
Does that one feel tight?
Yeah, sure.
How about there? Not as much as that one.
Not as much, yeah.
And that one?
Yeah. Okay. I guess.
Not as much.
Wait, what does this mean?
That one, yeah.
I'm scared to answer you. I'm scared you'll.
Is that one okay? Not too bad.
It's not bad. Yeah. It feels tight on left. Yeah, left feels.
So it's more there.
Yeah.
And then that one.
Yeah. That's it.
Okay. That bottom one.
Oh.
How about now?
Oh, way better.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This one is still actually a little better there too.
Yeah.
Still a little right there. Top in.
What a pro.
Drop your left shoulder down.
Oh.
Yeah. How about there?
Yeah, that's way better.
All right, Ronnie.
Man, you do it with your hands.
How would you like to be 1 centimeter taller?
I'd love to be, please.
There we go. We're gonna use metric system for our international folks here. What the hell's an inch anyway?
Oh. Well, man, yeah, that was it. I love how you don't even use a Y strap. You just go, nah, screw it. I got hands. My hands are my Y strap.
I got hands. Yeah. Put them to sale on Facebook Market. Anybody trying to catch these hands? All right, raise this leg up all the way, and then extend your hip. Okay, that's more specific. And then the other side now. Does it feel the same?
Feel the same? Yeah. Yeah.
Feels pretty good. Just get a little more extension on both. All right, raise that leg up again and back down. Stretch him a little. Push that knee down towards the table.
I'm trying, but you're stopping it.
That's true. And relax. That's like Newton's 17th law. There's equal and opposite reactions. There's objects in motion. I'm just gonna tap, right? And then there's like, I'm trying to, but you're stopping me. These are really bad eyebrow jokes. I knew something was afoot. You can smell it.
I'm just gonna throw up right now.
I'm gonna turn heel one of these days, you know?
This is like the Eddie Bravo twister.
Pain in the butt. A little performance action here. Did you watch the end of the fights last night, or you were too busy like performing?
I was too busy crashing from the performance. Dude, my butt is fine. Why does it hurt so much?
That's what they all say. In the office.
Unfortunately, I saw the highlights. I was trying to save it, but
you can't get on the internet.
Yeah. Instagram just ruins it. You're like, oh damn. It's over.
Are you a TikToker?
Are you allowed to swear on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay. You're not doing synchronized dancing?
No, somehow it doesn't fit my brand.
Do the thing where you go like that?
And try to explain the vaccines using dancing? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
So they just gotta dance around and then there's just like text. I'm like, this is content?
Yeah.
How is this content?
And it's surprisingly effective too. Just dancing with the text. People are like, oh yeah, Now I understand vaccines.
Right, yeah.
It just took someone
It was that easy. I should have known all.
Yeah, we just needed to shake our butt a bit, and then.
It wasn't 20 years of genomic sequencing,
no,
scientific research, and
no, just someone
Nobel Prize being thrown around, and postdoctoral fellows who spent 30 years in front of a microscope.
Like, if you asked me where the pain was, I would never have said my butt, but man, you really found something here.
It's almost gone.
It'll be pretty funny if someone comes in here and just does a conference while we do this.
Yeah, but we just won't blink. We'll just keep going.
Yeah.
Just be really confident about it.
Yeah.
And then be like, well, if they're confident, so I guess and that's half the battle, right? When you walk in and they kind of like half ask for your your pass, and you're like, no, sir, we belong here.
Yeah.
I learned that a long time ago. You just go into the clubs and you just act like you own the place.
Oh man.
Sometimes it works, and sometimes you get thrown out.
Yeah.
On your head.
Oh man.
You see Dylan Danos at the club the other day?
No, I think I saw a photo of him get
like choked a little bit by the bouncer. I
know, I didn't see that.
The bouncer's gonna have to start his own school now.
I gotta see that video then. Man. Oh man.
Dylan Danos is the guy that makes Jake Paul look popular. Yeah. And I think they're enemies, right? Were they throwing water balloons or something at each other?
Man, I can't keep up with the
celebrity boxing. So who are you gonna pick in a boxing match?
Who am I gonna pick? What do you mean?
Who are you gonna fight?
Oh,
this is the trend, man.
I'm not fighting anybody. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I am interested in these YouTube because he's a good boxer, right? So he is a good boxer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, fine. Then
flip over.
We answer the question.
He would beat my ass. That's people are like, you should fight him. I was like, yeah, let me fight a 24-year-old that's been boxing nonstop for 3 or 4 years and is probably naturally a better athlete than me. Okay, sure, why not? Why don't I go argue with the creators of the mRNA vaccine technology as well, since I want to jump out of my lane and have arguments about people that know way more about a subject than I do.
I mean, see what you want about it, but I think he's definitely kind of repopularizing boxing in America to a younger audience, right? You know, like people are actually interested now in boxing as a sport, you know.
And the old heads like me are all salty about it because we're like, but the purity of the sport. But in actuality, it's like, it's what it needs, right?
Yeah, I mean, he did revitalize it, you know.
I feel better.
I feel so much better. I feel like super relaxed. Whole body's super relaxed. I don't feel like I had any major problems before, but that's why it's interesting to see you because you can kind of tell if something's not, because you live with it every day, right? So you don't even know if it's a problem anymore. You just kind of like used to it.
You just bury deep inside, let it fester.
Yeah, my body's supposed to be like this, right? I've been like this for so long now. That's normal.
It's not, the way I always look at it, if it's not getting in the way of something, like I don't have a crippling headache or I'm not limping, then it's not really pain.
Right.
Like you forget what feeling optimal really feels like.
Yeah, feeling optimal is Next time I go for my jiu-jitsu open mat, I'm gonna try to see you first and get ready for imagine getting ready for open mat by seeing Dr. Hyde.
So that's what you should do, a super fight then.
Is it weird how New Mexico became this like mecca for MMA fighting?
A little bit. Like it's a fighting town. It's kind of like Stockton or Fresno.
Oh really?
Or, if you go out to a bar, people will try to fight you.
Really?
Yeah. Nonstop. They'll shoulder check you.
Really?
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah.
I've been in Albuquerque and the people were super friendly.
Yeah. You were near Nob Hill. You were near campus.
Yeah, I was near the Audi side.
Yeah.
Highest.
But it's Breaking Bad. I think we're #1 in like property crime all the time. I mean, it's a gritty place.
Really? Okay.
Greg Jackson would he went to like an all Mexican high school and was this little white guy and they would beat his ass every day. So he
so he became Greg Jackson.
Yeah, so he learned to fight to defend himself.
That's hilarious.
Greg had like these new grappling moves nobody had ever seen before.
Right.
So they would all get in a van and they would go up to Denver or wherever and they would kick all these guys' asses and everyone's like, what do they know down there? And that's cool. There was a triangle connection for a while where you had Faraz Zahabi in Canada,
in Montreal,
Greg Jackson, and then also the guys in Denver, and they would all three would go spend parts of their camp. So George St. Pierre used to come to Albuquerque all the time.
Right.
So it's like everybody's been there. BJ Penn, George St. Pierre, John Jones,
Built something very interesting and cool. And in my naive opinion, like I really like Greg Jackson in the corner.
Yeah.
He's very calm and specific, and I can only imagine if you're in a fight and someone just being like, hey, great job, man. Why don't you try some of this? Like that's like okay, I can get a specific direction. You know, he's a great coach.
And depending on who it is too, like he doesn't get too high or low. He's always really centered.
Yeah.
And there's some guys. He's like, I remember there was one fight. He started yelling at Cowboy Cerrone. He's like, yeah, you gotta get out there because like certain guys they require certain motivation at certain times.
I'm understanding that. It's good coaching.
Some of the other guys like breathe, John. Breathe. All right, find your waterfall. All right, you know. So it just depends on who it is. So the psychology. And like the funny thing about Greg Jackson is like he would be the best nutritionist, the best strength conditioning coach, the best jiu-jitsu coach, you know, and he can strike like crazy. If you ever like you see him and he kind of looks like old or whatever, and he throws these crazy flying knees and spinning kicks. Like he's a great athlete still to this day. Where he really excels is being the general and grabbing all the different parts. So whether it's me or the striking coaches or all those things and morphing them together and really getting that game plan. So I'm looking forward to seeing your MMA debut.
Sure, I can't wait to jump in the ring there. Hoping to make my debut. Am I a flyweight? I don't even know what.
I don't even know what you are either. But I'm going to say Ronnie Jackson by omoplata. Guaranteed. Go ahead on hip. And pull the elbow straight back.
Oh, man, what is that?
Good right there. Pull back pretty hard. Good. All right, let's stand up and face that way. Call this one New Crack City.
Oh! Oh, man. That's
Shake it out.
Intense. Oh, yeah. That's the one I try to do at home. I've only been in a hospital once trying to do it to myself.
That's good. I mean, if you think about the accuracy, if you've done it like 7,000 times, it only happened once. Lean to your left. Lean to the left.
I thought you were done.
Lean to the left.
Like actually lean to the left?
Lean to the left, Ronnie Chieng. Hey, I like your theme song.
What was my theme song?
It's like Ronnie Chieng drives his car every day. You don't know your theme song?
No.
I'll have to play it for you. You guys can probably find it on Spotify. Come back to the center, and then tilt to the left. Where can they get some sweet Ronnie Chieng socks?
On my website.
RonnieChieng.com?
Yeah.
And it's with a Y, not an IE.
Yeah, for why? Come
back to the center.
I never wanted to sell merch. I wouldn't buy myself. You know what I mean?
Buy it with your money. Buy it. Buy it with your stimulus money. That's what you need with your stimulus money is socks with faces on them. They're very comfortable, very warm in the wintertime.
Yeah, I gotta get this guy some socks. Yeah. You know, you could be doing, no one knows if this is legit. You could just be doing anything you want. And
that's why it's YouTube.
I would believe you.
Yeah, that's why it's YouTube. It's like the pranks that we know that aren't real.
Yeah. I mean, it hurts, so it must be real, right?
Well, it hurts and then it stops hurting.
Yeah.
Unless you're just a paid actor.
Yeah. I'm a paid actor for this.
Have you ever been a paid actor before? I think you have to disclose that. Yeah. It's like if you're a cop, you have to say you're a cop.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, actually not true.
Yeah.
Lean to the right.
Which way is right? That way?
Away from me. Away from me probably feels right. Come back to the center. And again. And back to the center. And again. And back again. Give me 4 more. There we go.
You must have like the strongest thumbs in America by this point.
They're up there. I've been into thumb stuff for a while.
Yeah.
You know. I was 4th in the national hitchhiking competition and 17th in the thumb wrestling association.
Just kidding.
I do need a shirt that says I'm into thumb stuff. I think that would be good.
There's also no reason you need to be this ripped, by the way, for your job. This is unnecessary muscle.
Is it?
Yeah.
You should have seen the guy I worked on before you. He was 6'8", 420 pounds.
Yeah, but you're always working on those guys.
Yeah.
It's not even every time I pull up a video of yours, I'm like, oh yeah, guess what? He's working on a gigantic human being again.
Yeah.
Again.
Monsters exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's like the forgotten giants.
Yeah.
He picks up heavy things and puts them down. Yeah. He picked me up actually by my neck. I survived.
Sure.
There we go.
Thanks.
Shake that up.
So much looser.
That ankle?
Things are just cracking. Yeah, ankle's cracking.
All right, last one. Let's go into your side and get your hips.
Oh, this one. Yeah. This is the one. This is the one.
This is the one?
Yeah.
This is mine.
Oh.
All right, snag one.
Oh.
Crispy.
So if you do a lot of self-cracking at home, does that make a difference?
It depends on where it is in the body. Like The neck is when you want to do the least amount.
Yeah. Yes.
Which is what most people do the most.
Yeah.
Just because you don't want hypermobility there.
Uh-huh.
But like the only study they've ever done on it is they did a study where they tested one person where they cracked one of their hands all the time and didn't crack the other one.
Yeah, no.
And at the end of the study, the joint that had the most cracks was healthy and the other one was arthritic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Which is again against the old wives' tale. It's like you're gonna get arthritis.
Yeah.
There's really nothing that really backs that up. Relax, relax, relax. There we go.
Oh. Oof. Oh man, I feel like I can fold into a pretzel.
Okay, let me check it out. See what you think.
Oh! No, it's great. Man, I feel like I could do anything right now. Yeah, I'm ready to do my job, which is this. Everybody,
So it goes up like that.
yeah, I'm all ready to. Oh, this is him imitating me right now? Alright. Well, let me imitate him then. Go on the bed. Go on the bed right now. Okay, everybody. So blah, 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 blah. America, blah, blah, blah. Something about philosophy. We're just gonna crack his, whatever you call this part of his body right now. Wait, how do you do it again? Wait, he puts it here. Yeah, okay. So now we're just gonna go into the C4. Okay, just breathe in, out. Ankles right here. Let's see which one's longer.
Right. I don't know.
Okay, breathe in, breathe out. Say hello, say hello.
Hello. Okay.
Okay, now walk it off.
I don't think I can. All right, I'll just let you stay with the comedy. Okay, let's cut. Make sure you go. He's on tour right now. I hope you get rich. Tour. Go to his website. Go to his show. Give him money. Oh!
Pretty sure that goes there, right?